First, for those of you that may not be aware, DSCR stands for Debt Service Coverage Ratio. And that is a calculation of getting the monthly rent, right? Gross monthly rent without any deductions divided by the complete housing expense, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And if any HOA, then obviously at the HOA fee. And that is your debt service coverage ratio. The best options are available for a DSCR 1.0 or above, and we actually have 1.25 and above and 1.5 and above as different tiers, but definitely 1.0 to get either the 85% LTV option that I'm going to share for you, or any of the or the 80% option as well. Anytime you drop below 1.0, the the loan to value is going to drop to 75% for the purchase. So let's go ahead and share the examples I have for you today. Our first example is with only 15% down. Now, this used to be the unicorn for the investors, not in the too far off past, but now we do have multiple options for the 15% down option, even a 2 to 4 unit option. Before it was limited to only 1 unit. Now, what is still not possible with 15% down is short-term rental if you're actually using short-term rental to qualify. So 8.124 is our lowest cost option at par, which is absolutely amazing considering this program not too long ago was in the 10% range. And 6.749 is our lowest rate option for our 15% down DSCR purchase. Now with 20% down, you see how much better the rates get. And in this scenario here, I only used the 1.0 DSCR. If the DSCR is higher than that, the rate will be better. So here's 6.75 actually with a lender credit as our lowest cost option, and 6.25 is our lowest cost option. 6.75 lowest cost option, 6.25 lowest rate option. Now, AirDNA for our short-term rental owners out there, or short-term rental property purchasers when actually using short-term rental, right? So here we are at an 80% LTV. The only restriction on this program, if you're using AirDNA in this particular option, is that your DSCR does have to be at 1.5 or above, but no LTV reduction if you're at 1.5 or above, which is critical. 6.625 is our lowest cost option at par. 5.75 lowest rate option. Now, for the DSCR less than 1, I did mention that would affect your LTV. So you're at 75% LTV. This option is for a debt service coverage ratio of 0.75 to 0.99, meaning, again, you are less than 1.0, meaning that when doing your division there, your calculation, the rent will not cover 100% of the housing expense. But 25% down gets you in. 7.49 is your lowest cost option at par, which is absolutely amazing considering you can go to 6.125 as your lowest rate option, and you are not even at 100% covering the housing expense. So that is amazing. And it gets better. Here is for a debt service coverage ratio less than 0.75. So theoretically, this would be from 0 to 0.74 DSCR, even though I don't think there's ever going to be a 0 DSCR. Property is always going to be able to rent for something. And our lowest rate option is 8.499 at par. And our lowest cost option, lowest rate option 6.99, and lowest cost option was the 8.499. And our last option here is for our low credit score borrowers. This is the minimum credit score possible for a DSCR loan, 575. Now this was available up to 65% LTV, but they just recently reduced it to 60% LTV, but still a great option considering this is not a bridge loan. This is not any kind of a short-term balloon loan or anything like that. This is a full-term 30-year amortizing loan. 10.375 is the rate, and it comes at a cost of 1 point. And our last option here to share with you is a DSCR cash out, 75% LTV. 6.625 is our lowest cost option. 5.625 lowest rate option. For our DSCR cash out, 75% LTV. So look to the mortgage calculator for all your DSCR loans, non-QM, and everything else under the sun.